Namaste. Welcome to this channel Chemistry Made Easy by Dr. Ashok Murray. Last time we have seen the same topic, that is theories of bonding, in which we have seen the previous part, that is the Lewis concept up to this portion, means basic or most of the contents are shown there in the previous lecture. Now in continuation with that topic, you will see the VS-EPR theory, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Now this theory is used here to predict shapes of different molecules, because only the Lewis concept is not capable to describe the shapes of molecules or ions. In this case, the shapes and the structure of the molecule depends upon the bond angles and other factors which are described here in this VS-EPR theory. So that description which is given in the Lewis concept is not sufficient to predict about the shapes. But here VS-EPR theory has proposed its approach, which is somewhat suitable and very easy to predict about the shape of molecule. But the shape predicted by this theory is not the real one. The real one shape can be predicted only on the basis of data obtained from various spectroscopic methods, such as we have shown here, that is X-ray diffraction method, electron diffraction method and neutron diffraction method. So these are fundamental methods by which the correct structure of the molecule or ion can be easily predicted. Then this theory is for the first time described by the two scientists, that is Silvik and Powell, in 1940, and later on in 1957 it was further developed by Gillespie and Newell. So they developed this theory in order to provide better explanation. The shapes predicted, as we have seen earlier, by this theory are approximate, not most accurate. The real picture of a molecule can be possible only after the data obtained from this X-ray diffraction, electron diffraction and neutron diffraction studies. The molecular orbital approach gives better explanation. So that will be discussed in detail in forthcoming lecture in that specific field, that is molecular orbital theory. Then this theory has very few rules, out of which one is that electrostatic repulsion between electrons. So we know that all electrons are negatively charged, and when such electrons are coming closer by any means, they show strong repulsion, and as a result of this, the electrons are pushed away in order to attain stable state. So we will discuss these concepts in detail. So when we consider, say for example, like H2, so in this structure you will find that these 4 electrons are lone pair electrons, and these 2 bonds provide bond pairs. These are bond pairs. and these are lone pairs of electrons. So there are different types of pair of electrons, that is bond pairs and lone pairs. So whatever may be the type of pair, there is strong repulsion between their electrons. So these electrons will repel each other, whereas these electrons will also repel each other. These electrons are also repelling each other. So as a result of this, all these electrons are pushed away so that the lowest possible energy state of the molecule will be attained. Means all these electron pairs are positioned in such a way so that the repulsions are minimized. So this will give stability to the molecule or ion. Now the second rule is that molecule adopts geometry which is low energy. So that is also explained here. Now we will see that, so after attaining the stable structure, we can find or measure these structures by any experimental method and predict about the shape of the molecule. Now the molecule can have the different types of positions, and that is called the steric number. So we can say that it is a steric number. So this steric number is given by a simple formula, AXM plus, or we can say into En. So A is the central atom. X is atoms or group of atoms attached to the central atom. So A is the central atom. X are the atoms or groups of atoms attached to this central atom, that is say A. And these M and N are the numbers of X. These are the numbers of X. That is the number of atoms or groups occupying specific position around this central atom. So En, so here N are the lone pairs, number of lone pairs. So here we can get the M plus N. M plus N. So this is called the steric number, that is Sn. M plus N is called the steric number. For example, in this structure, you will find here the M is the number of atoms that is attached to the central atom, that is oxygen. How many numbers are? 2. So 2 atoms are attached to this central atom. Plus the positions occupied by lone pairs. How many positions are there? 2. So it gives 4. So 4 is the steric number for this particular molecule. So this will help us to predict about the structure of the molecule. So from this number we can predict that this molecule can have a square planar structure, square planar, or tetrahedral structure. So this molecule can have either square planar or tetrahedral structure. So out of these, the square planar structure has bond angles 90 degrees, whereas tetrahedral structure has bond angles 109 degrees 28 minutes approximate. So depending upon the bond angles, we can predict about or confirm these structures, and these bond angles can be determined only with the help of experimental methods, that is X-ray diffraction, electron diffraction, neutron diffraction, etc. So this theory just helps us to provide better explanation and about the structure or shape of the molecule, as well as various other properties which is not explained by simple Levy's concept. So thank you very much. We will stop here and we will continue the examples, more examples with the help of this theory. So till then, goodbye. So please subscribe to this channel, view and most the structures will be helpful to you for various examination point of view. So please put your comments in the comment box. Please press the like button as well as the bell icon for your notifications. Thank you very much.